Habe for Benz. It's Alisa from the 1999 and 2000 seasons of Zoom. Welcome back. It's nice to see you again. So let me catch you up a little bit about my life. I moved to New York City for college, and I've been here ever since. I've done film work, performance, production, and a lot of museum education and art education. All to say, I've basically never stopped being a Zoomer. I am right now in school to become an American Sign Language English interpreter, and I graduate soon. And you know what? Right now, while you're sitting at home, what a cool time to learn American Sign Language. There's tons of resources online made by deaf people, and it's an amazing language to learn, so I really encourage you to start. It's also a great time to do some Zoom activities, which is why we're here, right? So I'm going to show you one of my favorite Zoom do's from '99, the first season of the new Zoom. And it's called a Thaumatrope. So I've made one to show you as an example. So on one side I drew my cat, Leopold, and on the other side there's a tree with a bird in it. And you'll see that when I flip these very quickly back and forth, it looks like Leopold is looking out the window at the bird. Our eyes make the two images come together. So I'm going to show you how to do this. It's a little bit tricky, and I'll show you an easier way at the end, but I think that you're up for the challenge. I like this activity because it doesn't have that many materials, and you can get really creative with it. All you need is some paper, something thicker than printer paper, which is a little too floppy, markers, a pencil and a pen. A hole punch would be great, but if you don't have that, some scissors, as long as you have adult supervision to help you. 2 rubber bands, and some tape. So the first thing that you do is you fold your paper in half, and you're going to cut out a circle. I've already done this, and the reason it's nice to fold the paper and do it that way is then you know you have 2 circles of the exact same shape and size. And I went ahead and I poked holes on either side using the tips of my scissors. Again, be careful with this part, or if you can, use a hole punch. But I went ahead and made these holes. And now I'm going to think about what to draw. I know in the original version there was examples of a fish in a bowl, a bird in a cage. Really anything where the 2 images will come together in a nice way is great. So I'm going to draw a ceramic pot with some flowers growing out of it. I'm going to draw the pot on one side and the flowers on the other. Now the reason that this way is a little bit trickier than the other way I'll show you at the end is because you're flipping it up and down. One of the images that you're going to draw is going to have to be upside down so that it matches. You can see with Leopold, the cat, he's this way, but if you flip it this way, you'll see that the tree is upside down, because when it's rotated on this axis, that's the way that it comes together. So I've drawn my pot, and I'm going to go ahead and string up the rubber bands so that I can kind of play around with pencil first and make sure I'm not making an upside down drawing that doesn't make sense with the Thaumatrope. This is the way I like to do it, because this Thaumatrope takes a little bit of trial and error to do right. Alright, so I've gone ahead and strung up my rubber bands. I just pulled it through and then pulled the other side in through the loop so that it catches. So I have my pot, and now I'm going to make my flowers. Remember, the flowers are going to have to be upside down. Through the light, I can kind of see the top of the pot, so I'm going to mark it in pencil so I know where the flowers will start growing. And remember, they're going to have to be upside down. So they're going to want to grow the same direction that the pot is going. If I flip my paper, I'm going to want my flowers to go down here instead of up. So I'm going to go ahead and make some leaves. And I encourage you to do this in pencil first. That way you can flip it a few times and make sure that everything is going the right way. I did a trial before I started, so I can show you the flower and the plant and how they look together. So I'm going to go straight to marker because I already did a little test run. But you can make so many different versions of this. All right, let's let's see how it looks. I have my pot, I have the flowers, and when I flip it, haha, looks like they're growing out of the pot. Cool. So now let me show you the other way to do this. The other way is to tape a pencil inside your cardstock, and when you do it this way, instead of going up and down, it's going to go left to right, which means you don't have to do the confusing upside down part. So I've drawn this on one side, I've drawn this on the other. When I flip it, they come together. I think I might have been a little too ambitious with details on this. I don't know if it completely works for a Thaumatrope, but you know, you can experiment and see what works for you. And that is your Zoom Do of the day. I hope you've enjoyed it. It's been nice to see you all again, and I hope everyone's safe and sound at home.